Example 1, solve this right triangle, meaning find all the missing sides and angles. Well, you know, there's going to be at least two parts of this triangle that you don't really need trigonometry to find the missing part. For example, how could I find angle B? Yeah, I mean, the three angles in the triangle got to add up to 180, and you already know two of them, right? So either you could say to yourself, well, the angle B is going to be 180 minus those two, or since these two must add up to 90, it could be 90 minus 34.2. But you don't really need to use trig to find the B, right? We're going to say B equals 180 minus 90 minus 34.2, which is 55.8. So I can do that one. No trigonometry so far. Okay, now we need to find the lowercase letter a, and we need to find the lowercase letter c. And we have options, right? We know it's going to be a ratio that involves this 19.4. And it could either be with this angle or it could be with this angle. Or take your pick now, whether you want to solve for A or C, or whether you want to use that angle or that angle. Just set up a trig function that you can solve. Any quick cosine? Which one? Cosine of what? Equals what? Okay, that's one option. You could say a cosine of 34.2 is 19.4 over C, right? Adjacent over hypotenuse. Solve for C. Okay, multiply both sides times C, divide by cosine of 34.2. C equals 19.4 divided by the cosine of 34.2. Make sure you're in the right mode. 19.4 divided by cosine 34.2. No. What is the side has nothing to do with it. It's the angle. What's the units of the angle? Degrees. Need to be in degrees. So it looks like 23.5. All right, so that's going to be our C. Now, I might not have solved the same thing. I might have gone, tell you the truth, I would have done tangent. If I did tangent of 34.2, that would have been A over 19.4, and then my variable's now in the denominator, which does tend to cause a little more trouble. So you could have done it in a different way, but I mean, if you could do that correctly, it's all the same thing. Okay, we still need to find one side. What options do we have to find? Yeah, just use Pythagorean theorem. You don't really need to do any trig functions for this. You already got two sides of a right triangle. Find the third one's Pythagorean theorem. Nothing wrong with that. I think if you look in the example of the book, they don't. They do another trig function. But it has to work because that's the way right triangles work. So we can say that the A is the square root of 23.5 squared minus 19.4 squared. 23.5 squared minus 19.4 squared. Now I'm getting 13.3. So that is a right triangle solved. We filled in all the missing sides and angles.